everybody. Welcome to Thrive O'Clock with Rachelle and Mel. We've got Scott Nunes with us today. It's going to be a great show. Rachelle, how are you doing?
I'm good, although I feel like we're reversed. Like I'm not normally on this side of you, so I'm disoriented.
Okay, boom. There we go.
It's like magic. Yeah, I'm good. I am really tired today for some reason, and it's the Monday thing. Although I wasn't this morning. I had like a lot of energy and was like raring to go, but yeah, just one of those days where like everything came in all at once. And I had this list that was very clear of what I needed to get done. And then I kid you not, in the span of like 25 minutes, I got somewhere around like 40 some emails that came in. I was like, no, you're thwarting my plan. So, but I was very excited because I knew I was going to see you today and we were going to have Scott on today. And yeah, and I get like to hang out with you kind of twice tonight between this and then the formative chat in an hour. So
yes. So if you are on Twitter, please join us for Formative Chat. Just follow the hashtag Formative Chat. And I get to do it with Spaces. I am excited. It's my first time to do a Twitter chat with Spaces. And yeah, so it sounds like you've had, hey, Brad, good to see you. Brad, stick around if you want to jump on. Oh my gosh, Marianne, thank you so much. I've had a Monday hair day today, but thank you. You're so sweet. But yeah, so we're going to do some rapid fire later. And if you want to jump on with us, Brad or Marianne, the invitation is always open. But it does sound like you've had the case of the Mondays, Rachelle. And but we're going to end on a high note. We're going to have some fun in a little bit. We have an amazing guest that is coming on. Do you want to introduce him?
sure. And for anybody that missed, I'm just going to throw that chat advertisement out there because it's coming up in an hour. And I want to add that thank you, Spaces, because there will be some prizes given away.
That's right.
During the chat, it's going to be some copies of some books. So just, I don't know whose books. I'm just throwing that out there that might be, part of it tonight. So I'm looking forward to having you and Spaces guest moderate in an hour. So our guest today is somebody I have known for a while. And I'm pretty sure, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that I met Scott in a Voxer group initially, which we did a study of 4 O'Clock Faculty book by Rich Chiz. And I think that's been 4 years ago now. And I might have known Scott before that, but who knows, like this whole last 2 years with everything we've been going through, like the time perception is a little bit off. But I've been on his podcast a few times, and he has contributed in multiple different ways to some of my books with some graphics. He's written some stories. In my most recent book, he has 2 stories in there, actually. So he's keeping pretty busy. He's got a new job and all kind of exciting stuff. So, and he joins us sometimes too. So now we finally have him on. So welcome, Scott.
Yes.
Well, Scott, before you say anything, number one, congratulations on your new role. I love everything that you're putting out on the socials. You're always lifting people up. You have good questions on Twitter. So I know that most people know who you are, but just in case you don't, follow Scott on Twitter. He asks good questions. He's very encouraging, and you always have good stuff to say. But tell us about your new role.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I'm a district engagement advocate at Canva. So before, just backing up quickly to kind of build up to the new role, I was a former graphic designer of 20 plus years, taught myself how to code as like an 11, 12-year-old, had a business at 14, continued started transitioning into education when the economy tanked, decided I'm a horrible graphic designer, failed a ton. And so I've taken those life lessons and applied it to education, was an ELA teacher turned tech coach, now district engagement advocate, which is essentially doing what I was doing as an Edtech coach, helping teachers work with EdTech and applying it to the classroom. But instead of supporting over 100 tools, I'm supporting one great and amazing tool. And I like to say at Canva, if you can dream it, you can create it with Canva. So I'm always trying to find people to challenge that and to, hack Canva and find new ways to create things. People like our friend, Stacy Roshan, or Tisha Richmond, they're doing great things with the new draw feature that I'm seeing. And it just like blows my mind. Like I've done my own things, but it's amazing how people, even of similar backgrounds, can do just crazy different things with this really cool tool.
It's true. And I don't know, do you know that your beard has its own fan club as well? I will get back to Canva in just a second, but I don't know if you noticed the comments. We're all fans.
I think I need a website for it then. ScottNunesBeard.com maybe.
Brad will help you out for sure. No, we are
Oh my
fans.
gosh.
So, and I'm going to put your socials up here. So I am kind of like, I've been using Canva for like 2 years and I love it. Like I just find it really easy and I find it really natural. Like you just get better every time you use it. There's like something new about it. It's just exciting for me. I really enjoy using Canva.
Yes.
How has it changed for educators? Like I have a premium account, like I'm not on an education account. So tell us a little bit, like, what does it mean to be an educator with Canva?
Yeah, talk about that. So we do have our Canva free account, which anybody around the world can use Canva for free. Anybody, students can do that with parent permission, of course, educators, working professionals. But earlier this year, or last year, sorry, we just are in 2022. In 2021, we launched Canva for Education, which is amazing. This is why I started working for Canva, because it's literally in my contract. It says Canva for Education will be free for K-12 education forever. Those words, like pretty much exactly. So that's not going away. So if you're a K-12 educator, administrator, staff member, student, you can get Canva for Education for free. Now, the best part, like if you're an individual teacher, you can just go to canva.com/edu-sign up and then select the purple button to sign up. So that's how you can do it. Students have to be invited in by teachers to get Canva for Education. Or the best option, and this is where folks can contact me, you can email me at snunes, like my last name. So S for Scott, Nunes @canva.com. And I can answer any questions you have. I can help onboard your district. And so not only can Canva be free for select teachers and staff members, it can be free for everybody. And then it really helps because we're COPA FERPA compliant. So when we're talking about like student choice, student voice, and student safety, we have all of those things directly embedded in that district SSO option. And so that's really nice.
Yes, and I'm trying to. Mel, give us, come on.
Yes.
My face is so focused. But Canva for Education is amazing. And okay, tell me, it's Scott S.
So no, S Nunes. I'll put it in our chat here. I forgot that one. So that's my bad. You were on it. You asked me for that. I just threw it.
No, it's okay. I just want people like, I love Canva. I'm a Canva user, a regular Canva user. Rachelle will come back, I'm sure. Technology happens, but I love it. And it's fun to be creative. I didn't think I was very creative as a young person. So as an adult getting to, use Canva, it's been amazing. And just, it's helped me to get more confident about creating content. So I'm going to drop Scott's email and email Scott. This is why I look so focused, Mel, because I'm typing.
Here, I'll jump in while you put it in. You talked about how it's so easy. It really is so easy that my kiddos at home, I have a third grader. He's in preschool, but could be a kindergartner, right on the cusp there. And then a sixth grader, and they can all use it. That's what's great. A different like level of access and whatnot, and ability, but they're all able to use it. So we did private Christmas cards with Canva this year. And schools don't have to do this, but you're also able to print directly from Canva from the app itself. So if you
That's
do
right.
something like
Mhm.
holiday cards or posters, my good buddy, Dr. Randall Sampson, he was able to have a school he works with do that. The students created the posters and then they printed them through canva.com. A lot of people don't know that we have an
Mhm.
amazing print shop, and we also have some really fast print options. Our staff was able to test it. We have like next day shipping that is legit, like next day. So if you're in a hurry, you need like some new PR promo or something, and you needed it like yesterday, and you're going to have your event in 2 days, you can
What
use us and we'll get those posters to you.
what about to Alaska?
Yes, yes. So North America, we are solid. And then also abroad in the UK, I think India and different parts, you do have to check our listings for Mel. I know she's in Colombia. I'm not sure if we serve
Mhm.
Colombia yet, but I know we service Australia as well. So all of our friends living in a land down under can get Canva as well and be able to print as well. So it's
Yay
really,
for Canva.
yes.
Yeah.
Hashtag
And
Team
try to
Canva,
follow
right?
people on Canva. Like I was looking at Tisha Richmond's, and I think I followed her because she shared a template, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so cool. I love it. It's exciting.
Yeah, she's amazing. And she's one of our Canva content creators. So we've recognized her and singled her out as being like a special creator and having that ability to not only use our templates well, but to create outside the box stuff. And what she does with the new draw tool that's in beta, which you should check it out. It's
Mhm.
on the left-hand side. If you click more, there will be a little, I think it's purple draw icon. Select that. That will allow you to use our draw tool. It's really powerful, and you can just like go off the rails. That's where you can really begin to create anything. And Stacy Roshan shows in one of her videos how you can use it not only for math, but if you have like a stylus, you can really hone in. It's really receptive. So for all the artists out there, all of the math folks, you can do a ton with Canva.
Mhm. I just have to interrupt for a second.
Yeah,
Did anybody notice that I disappeared before, or did that go
we
unnoticed?
did. We did. I saw you laughing when you came back.
Because like that happened when we had Weston and Molly Kieschnick on one time, and well, I froze, and I went out and I came back in. There were actually two of me, but I didn't do anything this time. I just happened to like my fingers slid across the trackpad. I guess I swiped right, and it swiped me right out of StreamYard.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. It happens. Welcome back.
Yeah, but I did want to say,
We missed you.
Scott, there, I'm sure it was like for the like 90 seconds. I think you two were fine without me, but I had won. It's been a while. At some conference, I had won a prize to get, for printing purposes, and like I knew that there was that capability to do that. I just didn't know the extent to which that existed. And there's some really like I've seen people sharing on there like, oh, thank you, Mel. Amazing skills. Yeah, to like get myself kicked out of StreamYard. Luckily, I knew how to get back in and add myself to the stream. But like of course with Thrive, and you were helping to create some of the different logos, and you have all of these different ones for me with my Thrive and EDU, and I didn't forget about it. It's still one of my 400 tabs that's open. But thinking, I had actually printed a pair of sweatpants, not with Canva, but I don't, gosh, that's probably been about 2 years ago now. I think it's actually when I last saw Mel was when we went to Nashville 2 years ago. I think I had just gotten the pants in the mail, and I had the logo, which is the tree, which was of course made by cutting up the cover of the first book I wrote, and I was just trying to go with that. So that's kind of where the tree came from. But it's something I need to go back to. And I love seeing what Tisha shares, especially with people who like sketchnoting and using that draw feature. But I had no idea of all the possibilities that you could use Canva for. I'd used it years ago, and actually students were coming in and I was telling them, you can use this tool or this tool. And then they're like, I use Canva. And I'm like, what do you use Canva for? And then they'd have these slide presentations. And I didn't know that you could have that kind of presentation with it. And so I loved learning from them too. Like you don't have to be an expert to know all of the things, because Canva keeps adding, as you
Absolutely.
show, all these different things
Oh,
that you can do with it. So it's nice to just give the kids another option, or teachers another option to create with something and see what they come up with.
Can I share a really cool, heartwarming student story about Canva?
Yes. Oh, I thought
Okay.
you were going to share screen. Sorry.
So I had a student that was classically across all of her classes a DNF student, and traditionally did not do school. She expressed to me publicly and privately she hated school, did not want to be there, just wanted to work like a regular job, felt like school was a waste of time, didn't know how she could apply anything we were going over. Like, so I taught ELA. So like, how is Shakespeare relevant? And, I'm trying everything. In third quarter, I have this project called the 2020 project. So it's essentially like a Genius Hour or 20 time PBL style or project-based learning style project where students can do anything within these parameters. So they have to have ELA elements and point to Common Core state standards. But within that, they had to create, learn a new skill and help their community. Those were the two big caveats. And then the student standards. I gave them a set of standards and I showed them how they did it because there was a writing piece, a learning log. Anyways, the student, they were really stuck. The project is 8 weeks. They spent about 2 weeks spinning their wheels. Nothing was there. And so I stepped in and I started giving some ideas. I said, what about this? What about that? What about this? And she came back and she said, well, why don't I do something like these other kiddos are doing and start a business? I said, that's great. Start a business. And I said, what are you going to do? She's like, I was thinking I'm going to do some t-shirts and sell them and then donate the money to nonprofits like Ronald McDonald House, because my nephew has leukemia and they really helped. I think it was her brother or something, whichever family member had the child. And so, she got into it. And after those 2 weeks, she created the logo in Canva. I showed her Canva and she created her little logo, her image. And then she took that to another website, teespring.com, because I wasn't aware of the Canva print option at that time. And she sold about 60 hoodies and maybe 40 t-shirts and raised over $2,500 for Ronald McDonald House and some other nonprofit over in Palo Alto that deals with people that go to Stanford that have these pediatric diseases and issues. So
that's amazing.
And then, of course, she got a great grade in my class.
Right.
So
it was relevant.
It was amazing. So Canva was able to really tap into student interest and then scale up the skills by giving that student skills that not only help academically, but are going to be lifelong skills. That student now has their own academic success story, and I can't wait to see what that student does next.
Do you stay in touch with the student?
So I kind of did up until the move recently. So I just moved from California to Texas, like the first of the year, like right around there. And the student worked at a department store that my wife frequents. So I ran into her and I kind of checked in and, she was still figuring things out, but really into fashion. So maybe, who knows, maybe she'll start designing clothes. She already had success designing t-shirts and hoodies. Maybe she'll tap back into that and realize she really has a gift and it wasn't just some fluke.
Yeah. And I love that story. I'm glad you shared it. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, Facebook user.
We haven't had one of those in a while.
I love it.
So we're going to get to our game pretty soon. If you actually want to come on, let me know and I'll send you the invitation. But so you do a podcast, but right now you're taking a hiatus. Did you want to say anything about that?
Yeah. So I have Education Today. Rachelle is actually the only guest that I've had on twice. I was having the TNT EdTech podcast, and I think we're retiring it with Matthew Ketchum. But Rachelle was also the only guest to be on there multiple times. So shout out to Rachelle. You could listen to Education Today at anchor.fm/edtoday. And just as soon as I get a chance, I'll be coming back. It's been touch and go with the job change, the pandemic. So thanks to everybody that's listened. Like I know Mel Aveling in the audience here today has listened before and been great. She's been a guest. We'll have to get you on there, Melody. Actually, I want to get the two of you on. Kind of.
It's okay. You don't. Yeah, but I'll be on it. But I mean, I know there's a lot.
No, Scott had actually talked. That's probably like 2 months ago. He had mentioned having us on.
Yeah,
and then
let's do it.
Oh, hey, surprise guest.
I want to talk about collaboration. That's the big focus, because I feel like with the pandemic and, things being the way they are, the climate and culture by and large, it's not everywhere, but by and large is a little sour. It's definitely rough, to put a nice gentle label on it. People are struggling, and I struggled myself, and I want to empower educators as much as I can. And even though I love Canva and it's an amazing tool, and I think it's like the best tool out there right now in terms of content creation and being able to tap into student interest easily. And I love how it can save teachers time and therefore kind of money and supplies with printing, like doing digital stuff versus printing. I know there are other things, out there, and we just need each other. So I know we said we weren't going to talk, or I said I didn't want to talk about the move, but I will say this about the move. Essentially, it was disastrous. I'll say that. You can go follow the story on Twitter. But our PLN is so amazing.
It is.
Like beyond amazing. So shout out to our whole PLN. Everybody. There's too many to list. We'd be here all night, all day, and tomorrow, and then some, listing names, but we need each other. And so we're firmly better together, and educators have the biggest hearts. And so that needs to be highlighted more. And so this season, that's what I'm focusing on, is those teachers that are working together to be better together. So exactly what you and Rachelle are doing right now, Mel, is amazing.
We try, Scott, but you're pretty darn amazing. So it's pretty easy. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised it all came out for you.
It's the beard, yeah.
All right. Are you guys ready to play a game?
My
cat's ready.
I know. I can say, which cat is this, Rachelle?
That's Sam.
A guest appearance by Sam. I love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sam is hungry right now. I think that's why Sam is showing up. Sam's
Mel
like,
is hungry right now.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Okay, like, who isn't hungry? Okay. So we're going to play rapid fire. So if you're watching, please, and I hope Marianne is still watching because she always has really good answers. So I'm just going to ask questions. I'm going to try not to ask the questions I asked on Friday, but we had a really good time on Friday. So I'm just going to ask questions, and you just tell us the first thing that comes to your mind. It's called rapid fire. So try not to be super slow. Okay.
Okay. I'll try. I had lots of coffee before.
Oh, good. You're my kind of.
You're set.
Yes. I know sometimes I get real shaky. Like at midday, I'm like, oh, I haven't eaten lunch or breakfast. I need to put something in me. Also, it really can be the first thing that comes to your mind, even if it's not true. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Sometimes those are the best answers. Okay.
Oh,
we'll start easy. What's your favorite color?
Blue.
Black.
Okay. And I'll give it. Oh, you guys did good. Okay. Rachelle, I can't see the screen. So if anybody comments, can you pull them up?
Yep.
All right. So, and I'm sure we'll see everybody's slow ass remarks, whatever. Okay. What's your favorite dessert?
Oh man. Tiramisu.
Cake and ice cream.
Chocolate, dark chocolate, anything is my favorite dessert.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. All right. We got some comments coming in. Aqua.
I like aqua too. That's a cool color.
To eat? Oh no.
No.
Eat aqua.
Cake. My mom and cake. Although I think
chocolate cake.
My mom likes the icing. Like I like the icing. Creme
Oh,
brulee. I
I
love it,
like that
Brad.
too.
Creme
Good call,
brulee.
Brad.
There's
Creme
some creme
brulee.
brulee coffee. Creme brulee coffee. Creme brulee coffee out there too.
Yeah.
Creamer.
Delicious
Deli-
aqua dessert. If you can get past the color. Yes.
Is that like a
Okay.
Jello?
New question. Except I just forgot what it was. So it is,
I'm ready.
oh my gosh, what is your favorite alcoholic beverage?
Oh, I don't know what it's called. I'll go to the throwback from college, an Incredible Hulk. It's Hennessy and Mountain Dew and Hypnotic.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never heard of Hypnotic.
That was quite the answer. Like, I don't know that I would remember that enough to order.
Yeah.
Brad.
Yeah. Brad, that's a popular one. And we were in, one of my good friends really likes old fashions. And
Okay.
she was trying to find like a good old fashioned Nashville. And she had asked at the one restaurant, and the bartender was like, we do speed bartending here. And she was like, I don't understand what that means. I was like, do you see how there's only two of them and there's this massive crowd? I go, they don't have time to make an old fashioned. It's like speed pour. So water is my favorite. I would say I used to like Cosmos, like my mom, but during the pandemic, there is a distillery that's here in Pennsylvania. Well, it's about 30 minutes from me, but they would ship to the house. But it's a blood orange Cosmo. But they use potato vodka, I think, and I forget what the other one is. But at any rate.
Ooh, I'm going to give a quick shout out to a local company, Bitcoin Bourbon. It's not out yet, but it's supposed to be really good. And it's like tied to the blockchain. It's like really cool when you open it. There's like, I forget, it like captures the moment and it's like creates an NFT. So shout out to the tech rabbi, because that's like right up his alley.
What does the tech? Yeah, he probably would have
The
that.
NFTs. Yep.
Yeah.
You can drink NFTs?
No, but
No,
the
it
purchase
creates
of
like
them
a
when it
moment. So
creates.
if I have the bottle and I'm opening it, it's like it takes a picture and then that's like your NFT. Or like, you win the Super Bowl, like, and you have your like bottle of Bitcoin bourbon, you open it and it's like, everybody with the trophy and all that.
That is crazy. I want to see that happen in real life. Okay,
Yeah.
So the next question is, oh my gosh, this is the worst question.
Hey, Barbara.
I'm going to ask it.
Okay, maybe you shouldn't ask it.
I'm going to ask it because that's what makes it the best.
Yes.
Who do you love the most?
Oh, really?
That is rough, but I'll tell you one of my favorite people and somebody that I feel is underrated, and that's Erin Kiger, EduMatch author. She has, I'm going to mess up the title of her book, but Work-Life Balance, part of 4 O'Clock Faculty. She has like the biggest heart. Here she is, and she's had a heart dissection, like a valve in her heart came apart, like due to childbirth. My wife's a nurse. I asked about this, like really serious. And here she is texting me, and I'm having like some issues. I'm getting hired for Canva and all these things, and she's still hitting me up. She's like the sweetest. Like, how can you do this? You like came out with the book, had a baby. Then you went back into the hospital on your birthday and you're checking on me. Like, that's a pretty amazing person. So you all should follow.
So you love her the most?
Okay. I know who I love the most now. My wife. Okay.
Thank you.
I needed some time. That's who I love the most. And then my mom. Oh, and my kids.
You did good. You did good.
So,
My husband told me the other day that I was his favorite person in the world. Like, the kids are great, but at least if he had me, he could do anything. Isn't that cool?
Yep.
Yeah.
My mom and I would have the same answer because I was going to say family.
Yeah.
Like, because you can't, I mean, like if your parents, you can, you say your wife, but you're going to pick like one of your kids.
Yeah, you can't pick just one.
I know you do. I know.
It changes.
Yeah.
I'll be like, hey, Ben, you're my favorite this week, but watch it because you won't be if you watch it because that can change any day. So it happens. I'm just, Okay. I love that Mel said she doesn't love anybody, but we love you, Mel.
I know, that's what I put.
Yes. Okay. I asked this on Friday, but I really want to know what Scott says. How do you start your day?
Ooh, always start my day with coffee, and then I am checking my messages on Twitter every day. The first 90 minutes of my day, I I've been slacking on this. It's probably been like the first 10 minutes of my day. Get my coffee, get my Twitter fix, but then I really try and reflect,
Mhm.
what went well? What were like Matthew McConaughey's book? What were some green lights from like yesterday or, recently? And, who am I today? Who do I want to be? Or, who was I yesterday? Who do I want to be today? And who do I want to be in the future? And how is today me going to help get to this future me? How am
Mhm.
I going to be the best version of myself, essentially? So start every day with that, like working towards that goal, just being better than the day before.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love that. So deep. Marianne, greet Jim and the cats. I love it. Rachelle, how do you get up in the morning?
Uh, I walk into the bathroom and wash my face, and then I go downstairs and I
Really?
feed
That's
the
all you do is wash your
animals.
face in the bathroom?
Well, yeah, that's
I
it
have to
because
pee.
it
You know
keeps
what?
me
Like
like
every morning.
I
Okay.
have to I
Come on.
do that. I wash the face and I go downstairs and I feed all of the animals and I put the coffee on and then I go
Yeah,
back upstairs and I get ready and then I'm out the door. I mean, I literally it's like down to like 35 minutes, like up, ready, out,
got it
making
down.
everything out the
Wow.
door.
Oh my
Yep.
God, I'm not worthy. That is
There's and but
amazing.
like Scott, I do like when I first wake up, sometimes I wake up at like 4 in the morning and I go through the LinkedIn and the Twitter and the Facebook and the Instagram and the emails and I clear out some things just because like I want to, clear out the inbox. Cause some mornings I wake up and I have like 90 new emails from the night before. And I'm like,
Mhm.
yeah, I gotta get these out of the way. So while I'm laying in bed. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, since, our guest Scott is so deep, I'm going to ask this deep one. What
Okay.
advice would you give your younger self?
Hmm. I can think about, how I told you how I failed a ton at
Yes.
graphic design. One of the biggest lessons, and this is going to be twofold because they go together and they're so similar. You need a mentor, whoever that is. Find somebody that has some goals or that align with yours or has accomplished the goals that you're seeking to achieve.
Oh, I like
That's
that.
number one. And along with that, have a PLN or a PLF, right? To quote Dr. Sarah Thomas, a professional learning family, um, because you need that established before you need it. That's where I failed. When the
Yeah.
economy tanked, I did not have a PLN as a graphic designer, crushed my career. I mean, it's been a blessing. I'm
Mhm.
so much happier as an educator and being in education than I was as a graphic designer. And I'm honestly much better at it. I've really found my thing in
Mhm.
education. And I've learned how amazing educators are. We have the biggest hearts. We're so giving. We do so much. And we're like the unsung heroes of the world, not just America, not just, one continent of the world. Just throwing that out there. Like, I think that highly of educators, and I firmly believe that. And there's so much. And that's why I linked up with Canva. Yeah, I loved my district of 30,000 and, I led the virtual school and doing all these cool PDs and trainings. But with Canva, I'm able to go global now. And I
Mhm.
Yeah.
love that opportunity. I'm so thankful.
And so is your beard.
Yes, yes. It's
I
just getting
mean,
longer
travel
and
the whole
grayer and
world.
grayer. It's all this wisdom.
Oh my gosh.
All right, I can ask a couple more, or I can respect your time and we can say farewell for now. What do you
Let's
guys
do
want?
one more. One
Okay, one
more.
more.
Yeah, one more.
All right, Rachelle, do you have any advice that you would give your younger self?
Oh, yeah, I wrote about it in my book, like all these things that I wish I knew when I was like 22, but it's very similar to what Scott said. Um, don't doubt myself so much. Take some risks, put yourself out there. Don't
Mhm.
like be afraid to make mistakes because that's how you learn.
Love
So,
that.
Huge.
yeah.
Okay. This goes, okay, I think this is the best one. I like this one. What is the best compliment you've ever gotten?
Hmm.
Gosh.
Man, that's huge. If you know
I
it, Rachel, you should
know.
go first.
Yeah, I'm like waiting on you right now.
Oh, best
Uh,
compliment. I
I'll
can,
say, like, sorry, Scott, I've had a
yeah.
lot. It just, well, the other night I was at a concert with my mom and two friends. I got to go see Kane Brown and a couple of people. So for me, and it was in Pittsburgh, but when I was ordering my chicken sandwich, I was told that I had $1 million smile. So that was kind of nice. And I said,
Wow.
could I take like just half of the million and like just do like
Yeah.
a smirk? Like, could I get away with that? But yeah, I don't think knew what to say to that. But honestly, the one that springs to mind the most is some of the students that have come in and just said how comfortable they feel in my classroom, that they feel welcome, supported, like it's a highlight of their day, and that they just really look forward to it, and that I'm chill.
Oh, that's
Aw.
really cool.
So yeah, I don't know. So that was
Uh,
good.
so I thought of mine, and it's not just because Rochelle's awesome and has an amazing new book. So shout out to Things I Wish I Knew. But I talk about my story. The biggest compliment was I got a parent little sticky note at parent teacher night, and it was from a very challenging student. Like all of the teachers were like, we can't stand this kid. Like, we got to get rid of him. He's always getting in trouble. And the note said, the year has just started and you've already made such a difference. Thank you. Or some, I'm paraphrasing. The exact
Yeah.
quote is in Rochelle's book. You got to get Rochelle's book to read it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that made a difference. And what people didn't know was that student, his dad, who we looked up to, they were like best buds, had brain cancer. The
Mm,
mom, who we love so much, had to go to work, and she took care of the dad by day because he couldn't be left by himself, went to school and worked at night, and
mm,
was looking to be an educator because she now had to support the family because the cancer was so bad. Even though the dad beat it, like his brain just didn't function normally, and he
Mm,
needed
mhm,
supervision and help to function. And so this kid is going through all that,
mm.
and just normal teenage angst and trying to
mhm.
fit in and all of
Yeah.
that. So he acted out, and he knew. And I had quoted Horton Hears a Who, the one of the characters in there, and the student had a similar name. And I said, just like that character in Horton Hears a Who, you're going to save the day someday. I'm confident of it.
Mhm.
And
Mm.
like that, he started to change, like little by little. And you never know. I didn't know that was going to have an impact. You just
Right.
never know. So keep
Yeah.
showing up. Right now it's tougher than ever. I
Yeah.
Mhm.
don't know how educators are still going. I don't. I
Mhm.
like, I don't know. Just
Yeah.
like some special grace is happening right now for teachers at
Mm.
something,
Mhm.
because they're still kicking butt and
Yes,
stealing
they
Yeah.
from kids.
and Marianne has pretty eyes. That's where she
Yep.
has a daughter with a killer smile. All right. Well, it has been such a wonderful time with you today, Scott. I'm glad I got to meet you in person. Everybody, please join us at 7:30 Eastern for the formative chat. Please join us. But I always ask guests, do you have any last words that you'd like to share before we say goodbye?
No, just, doubling down on the PLN thing. If you don't have a PLN yet, start one. If you have a
Mhm.
PLN already, continue to grow it, continue to rely on your PLN. Don't be afraid to ask for help,
Yeah.
and share what you're doing, because you never know who you're going to help and how you're going to impact others. Like Rochelle said, take those risks.
Mhm.
Don't be
Yeah.
afraid. That's how you're going to make a lasting difference, not only in your own life, but in the lives of students and those in your PLN. And we have a great PLN. So
Yep.
join it. Follow us all on social media. You could follow me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook at Mr. Nunes Teach. And soon, my website, scottnunes.com.
Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome. And Brad, Mel, Marianne, and Facebook user, thank you so much for joining us. And anybody that watches this, the replay, we appreciate you so much. We'll see you on Friday. Take care, everybody.
See
Bye,
ya.
everyone.